Hello my traders, welcome to our Sunday's market review. Today is 11th of August, the year 2024. Now, every Sunday we bring you videos which has to do with analysis of the forex market, possible trades or opportunities, or you can say signals that you can take in the course of the week. Now, you already know the instructions if you have been following us for quite some time now. If you are new to this channel, we will give you the instructions at the end of this video. Now, last week we gave you some trading opportunities. I don't know how many of you took them. What is the outcome? Let's look at the results, as we always do, before we look at this week's review or analysis. So I'm taking you straight to last week's review or last week's trades. Now, here we are on the chart. Last week, I gave you signals, and you all remember it has to do with JPY signals. Now, this is still on weekly time frame, and you can see it clear here. This is GBP JPY. You remember all the JPY pairs, I told you it's a sell. And also I told you the chef pairs too will go sell, right? Now here we are, GBP JPY. For the whole of last week, starting Monday or Sunday night, depending on your time, this is how the market went on GBP JPY. It started on a sell up to about 735 pips, and then it retraced all the sells and then closed with this kind of candle. Now, those of you who have watched my videos on candlesticks formation, I have a video on this channel, and the title is Candlesticks Formation. Each candle has its meaning or interpretation. So looking at this candle here, it has its meaning or interpretation. So this candle, most of the traders will say that this is a great retracement to mean that maybe it is time for a buy. Anyway, we'll come to that. But this was a win. GBP JPY was a clear win. It went sell, just as I gave you. You see it. Let's go look at AUD JPY. It also went buy, or it closed buy, but it went sell. Look at how long it went sell. The market opened here, and then the market went sell about 512 pips before it retraced everything and came back into buy and closed in a buy position. So this was also a win. It came sell. If you go on the daily time frame, you will see how the market began. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see it. The market began from here on this candle, and then it came all the way down 500 and something pips before the retracement happened Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Do you see it? Good. Now, if I go to NZD JPY, this is NZD JPY. The same thing, it also went sell about 400 pips, and then it retraced all the sells and closed in a buy. So that was also a win, because if you go on the daily, you see it. This is Friday, Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, this is Monday. So on Monday, as you can see, the market opened here and went all the way down 400 pips before on Tuesday it started retracing back up, 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 up. So this was also a clear win. USD JPY, the same thing. It was also a clear win of sell. It also went down almost 500 pips before it retraced all the buys. The reason is because you can see it came on a support zone. You see it? This is a major support zone. So when it got to this zone, it has to retrace. So you can see it. That's USD-JPY. Now we'll come back to the analysis very soon. We are just looking at the previous trades. Also, if you look at GBP-JPY, I think I have shown you that one already. And then Euro-JPY, the same thing. You can see how this trade came sell and also retraced back up. So this was a clear win. This is on daily time frame. You see on Monday, a clear sell on Euro-JPY. It came down 560 pips before the retracement began to the upside. So all the JPY pairs that I gave were all win. Now let's look at the chef pairs, because I gave an option that if you do not like to take the JPY pairs, you can look at the chef pairs. Let's go and look at the chef pairs. What happened over there too. Now, back to the chart. Let's look at AUD chef. This is AUD chef. The same thing happened. It also went sell before retracing back up. So it came sell about 200 pips before the retracement began, and then it closed on a buy. This is weekly. If I go to daily, you see it. This is Friday candle, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. This is Monday. So on Monday, the trade made 200 pips before retracing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to the upside. The same thing if I go back to weekly and I pick NZD chef. This is NZD chef. The same thing happened. So you can see it. This is card chef. The same thing happened. Same thing happened. GBP chef. The same thing, as you can see. If you come on daily, this is it. The same thing happened. And then Euro chef, right? Euro chef. The same thing happened. So you see how fundamentals is playing out here. Because I told you guys what is driving this market in this very moment. And if you didn't watch that video, maybe last week's market review or Sunday market review, you can go back and watch. I told you about the fundamentals that is driving this market. Now, let's go back into this week. What should we expect? First of all, I would like to give some few fundamentals. It's very, very important. In this week, we are going to have NZD interest rates. And that will be on somewhere Wednesday. Or that's Tuesday rather. No, Wednesday. So this week, we are going to have NZD interest rate decision. Also, in this week, if you go to the calendar, the Forex Factory calendar, you can check the news. This week, we are also going to have CPI on the USD. CPI, that's the Consumer Price Index on USD. We are going to have the same thing on GBP. We will also have PPI on USD. So these are all important news that will be coming in this week. Now, what are we supposed to look at? This week, we still want to focus on JPY pairs. Yes. And let's go back to the chart. And then I will show you why I still want us to focus on the JPY pairs. Is that okay? Good. Now, back to the chart. In this week, I still believe that the JPY pairs will still give us a sell. Yes, because that is the current trend of the market. Look at AUD. This is weekly. If I zoom in a bit, for the sake of analysis, my people, let me zoom in. If I zoom in a bit, you can see that the trade decided to respect the support here. It respected the support. That is why when it even did as if it was breaking it, it didn't break. And then it has to close back up to the upside. This is weekly. Don't forget there is also another support over here. This support is not tested yet. Now, the trend at the moment, which has to do with the buy trend, has been broken completely. the trend has been broken. So we expect that if there is any trade we're supposed to look on JPY in terms of AUD JPY, we need to be still looking at what? Sell and not a buy, because the current trend is broken. And this is giving us an indication that although this is giving us a good retracement to show that maybe the market may want to go buy a bit before coming sell, but we still need to focus on sell and not buy. Is that okay? Already on the daily time frame, if you go on the daily time frame, I want to switch to the daily time frame. You see it? We are beginning to see something here which is more or less a reversal kind of information here. Now, the reason I am seeing this as a reversal, this is Friday candle, it closed back in a sell. Why am I suspecting a reversal back to the sell side? Because when you go on the 4 hour, there is a support resistance level over there on the 4 hour. Almost all the JPY pairs, this is the resistance level. This is the resistance level that we are all looking at on the 4 hour. And this resistance level, even if it will be broken, it needs to come back down before, if it will go back up, it will come back and pick this support. Okay? If it will break that resistance, the market has to come back down and pick this liquidity down here before it will go back to buy. It has to come down to this level before it has to push back up and break this resistance. So for now, AUD JPY, I am still looking at a sell here. AUD JPY, I am still looking at a sell. Now, it is the same thing with almost all the JPY pairs. The same thing with almost all the JPY. If I go to NZD JPY, here it is. Where is NZD JPY? NZD JPY, where are you? Okay, NZD JPY is here. The same thing. Okay? Just as I have said, I didn't close this. Let me close this so that you see. If you look on Friday candle, it closed back on a sell. It closed back on a sell on Friday. This is on daily time frame. And so if you go on the 4 hour, you will see again that same resistance level that I'm showing you. It's still the same resistance level. Sorry, I don't need a text. What I need is to draw the shape for you to see. This is still on the same resistance level on the NZD JPY. So on the 4 hour, because of this that I am seeing, I expect to see this trade come back down before it will pick liquidity, and if it has to go back up and break this resistance, it goes and do that. It goes and then does that, right? Before it goes and does that. All right, so going back to the other pairs, if you look at USD JPY, the same thing. Look at it. You see, on daily, you see that USD JPY has already shown us a finger that we need to get a sell back down. The same thing with almost all the pairs. This GBP JPY on daily, you see the same thing. Weekly, this is it. But on daily, you see almost the same thing. And then Euro JPY to the same thing. It's giving us the same picture on all the pairs. So, what is my suggestion? Although, on the weekly, we might all say that, okay, this retracement shows that there will be an up move. Fine. But the current trend of JPY is a sell. And I see this retracement happening because it tested a certain support here. See it? And that is why this retracement happened. So the trade must come back down. We expect a sell back down. So I am expecting a sell on the JPY pairs. So I would like you to choose which of them you want to go for. But if you ask me, I would suggest that you go for AUD JPY NZD JPY, USD JPY, GBP JPY, and then Euro JPY. Pick 3 out of this 5. Pick only 3 out of this 5. Even if you want, pick only 2 out of this 5. All right? And let's see how the market will turn out. Are we good? So this is it. JPY pairs, we are going for a sell on them again. Are we good? Now, a few of you asked me questions on the previous video I did. That was last week, Sunday market review. I watch your comments and I read them. And if there are questions, when I come, this is the time I can address them. Some of you were asking that should you continue to leave your trade to run for the whole week, since the trades I have given or the direction I have given is for the whole week. Now, I have told you that you need to set your take profit and stop loss, which is 100 pips. So if that 100 pips should hit, you are done. Leave the market for others to also struggle to get something out of it. You have gotten yours. So you stick to yours and leave the rest for the others. Is that okay? So make sure, don't say because the forecast has been given for the whole week, you want to stay in the trade for the whole week. If you do that, looking at just this past week circumstance, the trade went sell over 500 pips on some of the pairs. GBP JPY, for instance, it went sell 700 pips. And then it retraced all the 700 pips and closed back in an uptrend or in a buy position. So if you were waiting for the whole week, for the trade to run for the whole week, you would have made good profit, but at the end of the day, that profit would have been lost again because the trade retraced back all the sells that it made. So this is why it is not good to stay in the market for the whole week, thinking that the forecast I have given is for the whole week, so you want to also stay in for the whole week. No. Is that okay? So make sure your take profit, you set it. Your stop loss, you set it. That is all. Are we good? All right. What else do I say? Another question. Another person asked that what should be the ideal lot size? I have done videos on lot sizes. And so I want to beg all of you, okay? There are things I have talked about very important topics. I have discussed them already on this channel. So if you find just one video or 2 videos of mine, and then you watch and then you see that, okay, I have given my number out, and because I have given my number out, you want to start chatting me and ask questions. You may be asking questions that I have already answered, which is on the YouTube channel. So please, I would suggest to you that if you see my videos, take your time and go through other videos I have on the channel. They may answer your questions. Unless you have watched those videos and you are still not clear and you still have some questions to ask. That one, genuinely, when you ask me, I will know that this question you are asking, maybe you didn't find the answer on the YouTube channel. That's why you are asking me. But if I have given an answer on the channel and you are asking me the same question, and sometimes I ask you whether you have watched this video, then you say, no, I have not watched it yet. It's sometimes very kind of irritating. It makes you feel some way. It makes you feel like what you have done, the work, the pain that you have taken to do the videos are not being appreciated. So please, in order for my work not to be double, or in order for you not to make my work double or difficult, please watch other videos on the channel. If you're a beginner, I always say it, I have said it severally. I started forex trading in 2017. I traded blue money, blue different accounts until 2020. 3 years. It took me 3 years to finally get my feet on something better. I am not saying you should also take 3 years. But if you can take a month or 2 or 3 to go through those videos to acquire this knowledge, it shouldn't be difficult. Some of you feel like watching those videos is time wasting. So you want to come directly to me and start asking questions. And when you ask questions, I'll refer you to those videos again. So please, take your time, watch those videos so that my work will also become a bit easier. Please. Thank you. I think you have understood me on that score. God bless you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I don't know what else you are waiting for. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that anytime there is a new video, you will also be the first to see it and to take advantage of it. Thank you once again. My name is Kofi, your admin for Leading Forex YouTube channel.